Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Beast Tamer Bard build, episode 274. We're back in Dresden, fully in control. We've had a whole bunch of people come to us with quests, and we're probably going to get a lot more quests. We're probably not even going to make it out of Dresden this episode, I would assume, because we're going to go talk to basically everyone. But before we go talk to everyone, we're going to pop over here to our spell book. Our mythic spell book. Because we want to see... That seems great. We've seen these before. We got this time around some new stuff. We got Joy of Life. Summons the power of life itself. Azada and her companions' attacks deal holy damage for 1 round per 2 caster levels. This spell restores all companion spell slots up to 5th level. However, it doesn't affect Azada's mythic spellbook. Hella. Okay. Protection of Nature. Azada envelops her and her companions in a shroud of swirling leaves. Under this effect, all attacks against Azada and her companions suffer a 50% mischance. You become immune to cold whenever an enemy casts spells against you. They suffer 1d6 sonic damage per 5 Azada caster levels. Interesting. Okay. Rainbow Starfall. 1 enemy within long range, 1 minute per level. This spell functions like Call Lightning Storm, except Azada invokes a Rainbow Starfall. Every star deals 1d6 per 3 caster levels, points of acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic damage, depending on the greatest potential damage, taking into consideration the target's immunities and energy resistance. You may call a maximum of 15 stars. That's kind of cool. Songs of Steel. Hell yeah! The spell grants the target additional 2d6 plus Azada's caster level sonic damage for their first weapon attack per round. Cool. A +2 bonus to caster level checks to overcome spell resistance. +2 bonus to all concentration checks. Raises the DC of the saving throws against all their spells and abilities by 2. Holy fuck. That's interesting, because we can use that on ourselves to have super high enchantment DCs, or we can use that on Nenio to have super high illusion DCs, or we can use it on other situations, but those are the two that kind of like spring to mind. Azada creates a 30-foot cone of leaves that deals 1d10 slashing damage per 2 caster levels to all creatures within the cone. A creature who suffers damage from this spell has to pass a will saving throw or become intoxicated for 1 round per caster level. It rolls whenever the creature is under this effect makes a roll. It rolls twice and chooses the worst result. Successful saving throw reduces the duration of this effect to 1 round. Interesting. Some pretty interesting little things there. Did that say our Azada caster level is 16? 1d6 per 3 caster levels. So 5d6 is what we're talking about there? Or 5 caster levels, so 3d6 every time something shoots us. Kind of interesting. Two d six plus 16 sonic damage is not bad. 1d10 slashing damage per 2 caster levels, so that would be 8d10 It's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let us talk to various people. Nevia. Look who it is! Hi! Oh, right. Right into the thing, sure. Do you remember when I asked you about your dream? You said you wanted to learn how to bake bread. Could you tell me more about that? Is this for Arushale? Uh-huh. I can see you. You can come out. Nevia smiles at the half-hidden succubus bashfully emerging from her hiding place. I challenge that, actually. Nevia is pretty awesome, but I don't know if she could actually find Arushale stealthing at this point. Now isn't that better? Anyway, back to Brett. Nevia sighs pensively, her eyes gazing into the distance. I was just a little snot-nosed kid. My mom hid me from our enemies in a temple of Desna. Idal, my birthplace, is a horror show. If it crumbled into the sea tomorrow, I'd throw a party. But the temple was a tiny oasis of peace and calm, hidden away inside all of that. Folks in the temple knew how to laugh. They'd sing songs as they did their needlework, and in the mornings they'd bake the most fragrant bread in the whole world. I could barely see over the table, but I'd stand and watch as the cook mixed the dough, formed it into rounds, and put them in the oven. The happiest memory of my life. Well, of the crappy part of my life, up until I met Beth, of course. Then, when I bailed on that, I did all kinds of scummy jobs. I crawled through marshlands, I scrambled over rooftops, I waded through sewers, I spied, I tracked, I killed. That memory was the thing that kept me going. Just sitting up to my eyeballs in gore, or dragging myself through the slums with an arrow in my side. I remembered the smell of that bread, the crunch of the crust. It burned my little fingers. I remembered how happy I was back then. In a momento, I'm gonna get a water. Water! So you're scared to sleep, but that's just gonna be worse. What do you get? Okay. You hang out while I go to bed, I'll cuddle you. Safety safe, okay? She's like, I'll just leave instead of have that happen. I knew my threat would. Bodery, babodery. You go cuddle mama, okay? You gotta clean your eyes better, my boy. You get gunk on your eyes and you just let it sit there. Alright, sorry, moving on. Commander, have you thought about what you'll do after we win? I mean, once we smash the demons, close the world wound, hung up our weapons, what then? I know my war will be well and truly over the morning I get up, fix up a dough, and put it in the oven. I'm gonna sit there and watch it rise. And then the smell of fresh bread will wake Irabeth. Come into the kitchen. Break her off a steaming, fragrant piece. When I'll know, truly know in my gut, the crusade's over. Our peaceful life has begun. Okay. Maybe I was wrong. Arushale listens to Anevia with rapt attention. When Anevia finishes, the succubus is silent for a long time and then briskly wipes her eyes. Thank you, Anevia. Desna bless you. I think I understand now. I think I truly understand. Arushale turns to you. You see a sparkle of hope in her eyes again. Something that's been missing ever since your last visit to the world of dreams. Kajak, we need to go there again. The dream world. Now I know how to solve the riddle. Please come speak to me in private as soon as you can. Not waiting for your answer, Arushale walks away. Hiya! Anevia watches the demon go. Desna teaches that everything we do in our waking hours begins in our dreams. Wonder what my dream helped her understand. But whatever it is, may the goddess watch over her. Hell yeah. Ivu, how's it going? When I was little, I mean, even littler than I am now, I got really upset because I didn't have a hair tuft on my tail. Now I realize that hair tufts are for babies. A tail that is truly awesome has got to have a rattle. What the fuck? Grown again. I'm prettier too, aren't I? And I'm big enough to carry you now. My dragon friends back in Elysium will be so jealous. There is a saddle. Hell yeah. Yeah, Ivu looks freaking awesome. I have to go. Hey, Regil. How's it going? Ay, ay, ay. Let's see what we got on ye old list. I don't know that we're going to trigger anything just yet, but we can actually do crusade stuff again. The fate of the crest of the fallen knight. A skilled craftsman can do some work on the relic. Everything is ready for the relic's augmentation. Inspired priests will leave the service and travel across Avestan. Preachers have spurred on many. Gotcha. Relics of Delamere. The commander discovered a burial site of Saint Delamere, god Erastil's famous disciple. Her relics are now preserved in a solitary temple in the middle of the wastelands, which has already once been desecrated by demons. Transported to Dresden, the sacred relics not only will be safely guarded, but also attract many arduous worshippers of the stag god to the Crusaders. The remains of Delamere the Blessed have been delivered to Dresden. Pilgrims will arrive to honor the holy relic. We can get some clerics and rangers. Yep. A rough-looking Pathfinder with an inconspicuous face appears out of nowhere. He raises his hands, indicating he comes in peace. He hands you a letter. Commander, I request an urgent meeting. The situation is desperate. Only your intervention can save my daughter and me. You can find me in the usual place, since a disability prevents me from coming to you. I'm counting on you. Venture Captain Hylor. Inquisitor Leotir seeks a meeting with Commander. Leotir Hawkblade, the Inquisitor who is investigating the case of Dayren and the entity known as the Other, has arrived in Dresden and wants to meet the Commander. We already did that, though. Right? Frenemies. Conflict between two officers has led to a defeat in a skirmish with demons. One of the officers, a charming young noble, tried saving the lives of the soldiers. The other, a cynical veteran mercenary, acted based on the principle that victory is all that matters. The soldiers from each unit blamed the other unit's officer for the defeat. How should the investigators arbitrate the guilty parties? We get leadership. We increase crusade morale. Our morale currently is high. Not showing me things, though. We get finance points. More crusade morale. Or we can reconcile the two officers. Recruitment growth for all trainable units from the main barracks and the main archery range increases by 15 per 30 days. I mean, I think the best scenario is to reconcile the two officers and get them to get over their shit. Because I'm sure in the situation, both of them could have been right, but them fighting over the decision kind of probably fucked everything up. So let's reconcile the two officers. Sociel is convinced that both officers have something to learn from each other. Following his advice, the investigators sent out the two of them on a mission together. They came back as good comrades in arms. Their units have been performing in harmony ever since, and the fame of the two great commanders has been drawing in new recruits. Hello. Oh, our morale is maxed. Cool. Fate of the Crest of the Fallen Knights. Whether the fallen knight Melander Linz was a tragic hero or a sinful traitor, he certainly was a powerful wizard. A part of his magical force is still enclosed in his emblem. By placing it on an item, masters can set this magic free and use it for good or evil. You just need to decide what its place is. Not gonna give us... You're not gonna let me know what the things are? Of course you're not. And I don't want to look anything up, honestly. If I ever play this game again, probably I will skip through a whole lot of shit and I will look everything up immediately. But in this playthrough, I'm kind of trying to just wing it. So, I don't know who we would use medium armor on, and short sword isn't something that we're super keen on for anyone right now, so let's go with the belt. And her servants carry out the decree. Report! The Golarion slaves rescued by the commander in Alashinira are infinitely grateful, and they are ready to get even with the demons with weapons in hand. Wow. Thanks to the power of the Wardstone residing in Dresden, the demon siege was much less bloody than it could have been. Enough soldiers survived in the citadel to form a fighting detachment that is now awaiting the commander's orders. Ella. Mysterious poison. Several soldiers returned from the battlefield poisoned. The alchemists claim that their bodies contain a unique poison. It must be extracted along with the blood because the poison will be ruined after the person's death. The healers, however, are asking for the commander to give the victims a chance to be saved. Ah. Oh, I didn't take the path of the lich. Extract the poison. All generals gain +1 level to the poison ability, and Crusader morale reduces by 20, or Crusader morale increases by 25. We're gonna definitely take the good choice. I don't think we have anyone using poison anyway, so it would be irrelevant. So the healers were able to save the afflicted. The soldiers were glad for their comrades' recovery. Of course they were, as they should be. Oh, it's just gonna cycle back through those. Okay, gotcha. Decrees! Oh god, we got a bunch of stuff. Strengthening diplomatic connections. We've got a new diplomacy thing. Yeah, we probably want to do that. Issue decree. Development of the art of war. Yes. Studying the unusual crystal. Crystal the commander came upon holds many mysteries. Experts on magic and relics may be able to shed light. Gotcha. A royal parade. Okay. Doing those. Xanthir's experiments. Not doing that. We will do the studying the unusual crystal. Then do Defenders of Freedom. Actually check how much energy do we have? Eesh. We get 42 a day. That's fine. Okay. Seems good. Let us head out into the city and see what other shenanigans we can get ourselves into. Right. Ew, right.
Shall we rest now? Nah.
Yeah, I think we always want to have Incredible Might on, basically. Oh, God. I should not be able to walk. Realistically. In the lines. Center of Nightmare. Into the streets we go! Mareep! I think I'm gonna get rid of the Pokemon widget. I don't interact with it very much anymore. It's not fulfilling the thing that I wanted it to fulfill, which was like a side action for me, you know? So I think I'm probably gonna ditch it. You seemed nervous when we were discussing the attack on Storm's Peak. What's the matter? Odan's face looks both fragile and rigid, as if it were made of glass. I'm surprised you're still here, by the way. I was imagining the sacrifices this bloody assault will exact, thinking of the soldiers who would never go back to their homes, remembering the day that changed me forever. That day at the end of autumn, when my warriors charged into the fire and became ashes in memory. A day for which I was named a hero, whose guilt will haunt me until the day I die. Tell me about that day. Well, I can describe it in great detail. I return there every night as I fall asleep. I remember how it sounded as the outpost was consumed by flames. I remember counting my soldiers after every attack, every bleeding wound of a gap that opened in our ranks. How people threw themselves into the boiling river to escape the burning air. And naturally, I remember how it felt to be the last, to be the only one left. But I won't recount the specifics to you. This is my nightmare. Burdening my leader with it would be treasonous. Geez, did dragons attack their camp? I think it was just horrific demon shit, right? Like, why are you tormented by guilt? I could have done more. I could have saved at least someone. It's true I didn't hide behind my comrades' backs, and the wounds I took in that battle nearly killed me. But still, I could have done more. What it comes down to is that it's just not fair that I survived when everyone who trusted me with their lives died. If there is justice in this world, my survival affronts it. Did you stay in the army after that? Because they called me a hero. I was so ashamed at that moment. I knew that they were the heroes, the ones who would never leave the outpost. Their heroism was my undeserved glory. It was thrust onto my shoulders with all the weight of an order. I swore that I would carry my burden until I became worthy of my brothers and sisters in arms. I'm guilty of receiving the glory that their valor made rightfully theirs. Thank you for telling me this. I'm a soldier. Soldiers aren't made for easy lives. Something subtle has changed in his expression, as if some unseen visor has been slid back over his face, marking the end of that moment of painful sincerity that arose between you. Well, fuck, that made me sad. This shit actually not broken anymore? It's crazy. This shit's been... I feel like that was broken forever. Oh, it is. Are you chasing the Limpopo? Tisk tisk. Tisk tisk. Don't break anything, damn it. Please, and thank you. Y'all couldn't fix the fucking ground before you left? You had to destroy this exit and then not fix it? We still have so many buffs on us, that's funny. We have the storyteller, I bet it's gonna be in his usual position over here. Storyteller indeed. Okay, do we want to go ahead and just jump into storyteller stuff? I bet there's a number of different things we can discuss with them. At the very least, we can discuss the Galfrey one. The blind elf whispers something under his breath. Hearing your steps, he turns to you slowly. Greetings, Kajak. Have you brought me a new story? Nocticula spoke well of you. She says hello. The old elf's face is as blank as a porcelain mask. Her favor flatters me. Memories of the times when I was younger warm my heart. Also fill me with other darker feelings, such as shame. It's sad to remember how foolish and self-satisfied I was back then. How much I enjoyed the fear and the respect of the spawn of the abyss surrounding me. And how completely I belonged to the lady in shadow, who charmed me the moment we met. In those days, I was different. You mentioned you can use this letter to tell me about Queen Galfrey's feelings. Oh no! I forgot about Queen Galfrey's letter when we picked Arushale. Do I go back? Do I say nay to Arushale in hopes of being the beloved of Queen Galfrey? I don't think so. I think now that I think about it, right, like the Desna choice does seem pretty perfect. The Azada Desna choice does seem pretty perfect with Arushale. So, you mentioned you could use this letter to tell me about Queen Galfrey's feeling. The storyteller's fingers touch the paper softly, his nail carefully tracing along the lines as if he can see them. The moon is peering into my window, sole observer of my weakness. Dresden is quiet, almost as if I am the only one in the fortress at this hour of the night. I am alone, utterly, always. I pick up the quill and shake off a drop of ink that threatened to fall on the paper, which would have ruined what is already my third draft of this letter. Why am I writing this? You will never read it. I falter, the quill poised over the paper. My hesitation doesn't last. I don't know where you are, my hand writes. When was this? On the eve of the Queen's departure from Dresden. Next morning, she ordered her forces to march on Is. Is Dresden ever that quiet? Unlikely. But I am telling you of Galfrey's feelings as she was writing this letter. One's perceptions of the outside world can vary at times. Please continue. My hand is shaking. My heart pounds in my chest like a bird trying to break free from its cage. My eyes fog over. I wipe a tear from my cheek. What is happening to me? Where did this feeling of guilt come from? I have always acted as duty commanded. Always. A deep breath. I think the shaking has stopped, but the hand that's holding the quill can barely move. Forgive me. I write down the last words of the letter he will never see. Forgive me. Forgive me. What exactly was Galfrey feeling? Guilt or something else? I cannot answer that question definitively. I merely touched upon her thoughts, tapped into a faint trace of her feelings. But I can say one thing for certain. Those feelings were strong. The pain the Queen was going through was very much real. Thank you, storyteller. There is no need for gratitude. I rather think I should be begging your forgiveness. It seems I have inadvertently been made privy to personal matters between you and Queen Galfrey. I will try to refrain from such intrusions into your private affairs from now on. The storyteller lowers his head sheepishly. See, I do definitely feel like there is a way to be like enamored or amorous towards Queen Galfrey, because there's been a lot of hints, things like that previously. I like all of my people are still here. Like, it's Dresden doesn't really feel like it changed at all. Hail, Commander. Oh, with her maimed hand. Wait, no, I think she always had a little bit of a maimed hand. I don't think that's new. I don't think that's new. Even all of our old vendors are here. You're standing in a bad spot, my dude. Bulk selling. Just 25,000 cool bulk selling. Nice. Yeah, we can sell all of the numbered stuff. Anything numbered is real easy to be like, okay, that can go. Right? Because there's no way we have... We're basically only using unique things. There's no way that we have a whole bunch of the same unique... I say as we have, like, all of these. Holy shit. Still a fair amount of dosh. We got over 1 million currency. We could have so much more if I spent the time to go through all this stuff, but going through all that stuff takes time, and I don't want to spend too much time on that right now. Also, we're just gonna kind of take a quick look through something. Looks like stuff got upgraded. How much stuff did I pick up on those islands? A lot. A whole fucking lot of everything. Oh, goodness. Like, I've just got way too much shit across the board. And I really need to take, like, I might do that this weekend because we're going to be in Dresden, right? So this weekend, since we're going to be here and I actually will have access to everything, I might try to do, like, respecs. I might try to do, like, cleaning out the inventory, etc., etc. Savage Unity. Cloak of Resistance plus 6. What in the world? My goodness. Alright, well...
I can handle it.
How's it going, Darren? Okay.
Can't make the demons wait.
I'm gonna save. I want a quick save, and I want to tell him this. I think we're not gonna stick with it, but I am gonna do this. Inquisitor WotR has learned about the other and is preparing a trap for them and for you. As soon as you say the first word of a phrase, you feel a piercing, otherworldly chill. The other is here, listening to your every word. Say it. Inquisitor WotR has learned about the other and is preparing a trap for them and for you. No, don't. Oh no. It failed. Okay. Darren's words die in his throat. His eyes go wide with terror and he starts visibly trembling. Then something else or someone else or something else steps into the light. Oh, fuck! What's up, bruh?
Here comes trouble.
You wonder if the Inquisitor has a hidden agenda or if he really... Geez, there really is another, right? Yeah, this motherfucker. Ooh, level 40 undead. He's like a swarm of like flaming skulls. What? Huge 58 AC. Yeah. Okay. Well, looks like it does look like a Ruchelet's Dream World. You're absolutely correct. Let us do our most recent summon. Directly on top of him. And we're going to do Inspired Heroics. A whole bunch of angels, basically. Oh, shit. Astral Devas. Oof. Crikey. Okay. I'm gonna say we're gonna throw out a haste. And let's do a Inspired Ferocity instead. We're gonna leave this up. $58. What is Ivu's attack is 41 right now. Let's take off power attack. So that Ivu has a better chance of hitting this guy. You know Daeron's an oracle, but thought his connection to the gods or spirits was more remote than what amounted to possession, or like a shaman's ability to commune with them rather than being overtaken by one. I don't think he's necessarily overtaken by one, but I do think like his connection is through this other creature, right? That is basically using him at, I guess, possession-esque, right? Like, very kind of like hijacked. My god. Oh, he's casting weird. What the fuck? This guy's immune to so many things. Yeah, I don't know that I can really do much of anything to him. I think I kind of just have to hope that Ivu can hit him eventually. Okay, we're getting hits. We're just not getting a lot of hits. Oh! Oh! Don't know what that was, but we got on that one. Hot damn. Well then. My oh my. Oh. I, didn't realize we were just gonna be right back in it. We're gonna go with the saving throws, and this time we're gonna go with, Mastodons, because Mastodons, I think, eventually, are gonna do better. Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure, sure. Sure. Sure, sure, sure. Oh, I need to turn off freaking... What do call it? I keep forgetting. I'm just gonna Mastodon again. Whatever. Turn that off. Man, even with that, still not a good... $38. I don't have power attack on. Why are you counting power attack? Take a turn? Seems silly. Let us... Oh, I don't have... I was going to Rainbow Starfall him. I was going to be like, fine. Take this in the face. Yeah, none of the things that we do, he's going to care about. He's immune to most of those things.
This.
46. A 46 versus a 58 is not the worst thing. Still not the best thing, but... Immune. Immune? What? Physical damage from weapons? Okay, this thing is crazy, is what you're telling me. Is quite cray. Gotcha. The only reason I did damage last time with Ivu was because of Instrument of Freedom. Understood. Okay. So, this is our only option. I'm gonna need some crits from Ivu for this to work. That was a good fucking set right there. Not enough, though. We've barely done a third of its HP, and I'm almost out of stuff. Yeah. Alright. We're not gonna do that again. We're gonna load back in. That was a fun little experiment. I'm sure if we really tried to, like, set ourselves up for it and everything like that, we could probably try to kill the otherness like that. But I think we just do it the story way. And that should be perfectly fine. It was fun to see. I didn't really expect the otherness to do what Leotier had said it would, right? Immediately pull us into its world and attack us. I expected it to, you know, instead be like, oh, like try to manipulate me. Oh, he's lying, right? Like, I'm a good guy. He's the bad guy. But it's a very demonic thing to do. Whereas this thing is very not demonic.
Let's see what we can do.
Sad that you won't let me into this bar.
Here we go.
House. This house goes to down into the temple, doesn't it? Or is that only during the Siege of Dresden that it does that? Looks like that's only during the Siege of Dresden that it does that.
I can handle it.
Alright, cool. We're gonna explore the entire rest of Dresden. But we're gonna have to do that the next time we play. That is gonna be the end of this particular video. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time for more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.